What's up, you guys? This is One Classic Gamer here. Welcome you to part 21 of Alan Wake 2. In this part, we are going to be doing a fuck ton of shit. We are going to basically be doing the rest of the collectible hunting in this game. I'm going to be getting as close to platinum as, you know, I can get us there at this point in the playthrough, because we are pretty much at the point of no return for both Alan and Saga's story. So the first thing I'm doing here is hunting all the words of power that I can with Alan. Yeah, there's a lot in this video, a lot that I fucking do. I go from so many different areas. This is literally like 8 hours worth of footage cut into, like, you know, an hour and 13 minutes basically, you know, so there's a lot. So if I forget what certain things I'm showing in certain clips, I apologize. I just got done editing the shit out of this, but yeah, enough talking in third person. I wasn't really talking in third person there, I guess. I was just being very annoying, talking about shit that people don't care about. But we are really, really close to the end of this game, and it's kind of scary. A few things I do want to mention if you're up at this point in the game that I'm at. There are some words of power that you just can't get as Alan, unfortunately. It's really fucking annoying and unfortunate, but in the Caldera Street subway chapter, if you don't collect the words of power that you find when you're down there, you're going to miss a lot of shit, basically, and you won't be able to go back there and change the scene. It's like the one area in the game where you can't change the scene, unfortunately. So here I'm going to pick up an echo that we missed. This is before we entered the Ocean View Hotel, when we were on the rooftops and stuff.
You dream of calling it quits, making a clean break, retiring, escaping, leaving all this sordid misery and terror behind, getting in a car and driving till you see the sun rise, somewhere where the sun still rises. Settling down, buying a house, a job, finding someone. It's a fool's dream. It would all go bad. And having let hope in, it would be unbearably worse than this. You can take the man out of the city, but you can never take the city out of the man.
So now we're going back into this room. This is a room that I actually struggled to figure out what the secret was here, and I never really figured it out, but I actually did. I just never showed it. You have to shoot this plank of wood that's obscuring that little crawl space. You can go under there, and once you go under there into the bathroom, there's another words of power there that I completely missed, and the only reason why I didn't show myself going up there was because it was just at kind of a tedious point in the video, and I didn't want to show me not getting shit, you know. This one is probably bugged for me because we never got this one, and for some reason I can't get it here. And I realize, aside from the two that I missed in the subway station, there was one more one that I was missing, and I believe it was that one right there. And I really just said one more one. Can you guys believe my fucking level of sanity right now? I'm just kidding. Stop being so meta. What do I choose here? Oh yeah, spans Alan's inventory. So we got that, and there's another one here in the cinema, in the bathroom here, and I think we have another echo coming up right now. So yeah. Oh no, we're gonna talk to what's his name, Breaker. I find my way into that room, by the way.
Hey Tim, new map, huh?
Yep. Like, I've never been to New York, but I can tell you that this ain't it.
I heard you humming again.
Yeah, I can't get this song out of my head. It's a real earworm. I hear it in my dreams.
I know that song you keep humming. It's the theme from Night Springs.
That old sci-fi show?
Sci-fi horror anthology. I used to write for a long time ago.
Look, it sounds a bit nuts, but I think the song is connected to Door. Or it's my subconscious telling me that this is all pretty out there.
Okay, now we're going to continue with some story stuff. So, pick up this map here. And yeah, unfortunately, I thought my capture card was recording at the time, but it wasn't. And I didn't show how to get into this room. It's really easy, though. You know, if you want, just look up a guide and you'll figure it out. So now we're going to continue with the story for a bit. There's going to be some story developments, so I'm not going to talk for this stuff. And, wait, are we going for the story stuff right now? Let me see. I believe we are. Yeah, we are. Alright, so I'm done talking for now. I'm going to let you guys experience this.
Hello?
Hello.
It wasn't Zane. It wasn't Scratch either. Huh? You're me? Me? I don't understand. There's a lot I don't understand.
A dark place operates in loops. Time is a story. I'm calling you from a different point in that story.
From the future? I'm never getting out of here, am I?
Yes, you will. And no, you won't. And that is by your own choice.
What does that mean?
I'm sorry for what you'll have to go through. Alice's photos you found from the shoebox in the talk show basement. Before you can go to Parliament Tower, you must put them in the shoebox at her statue at the plaza. To help you, to help Alice, to help Saga Anderson.
I'm my own Deus Ex Machina? Really? How many writers does it take to finish a story? One for each draft. It's the same writer, but in a different point in time. I'd follow the steps he laid out for me.
Scratch told me the clicker can be used to change the story. Does that match your understanding of this thing?
Yeah, the light switch is a paranatural item, maybe even an object of power. We have verified reports that Alan Wake was in possession of it during the AWE here back in 2010. It definitely has power. We know that much.
I can come up with a plan. I always do. The clicker can fix this, but I can't use it without Wake. Tor knows about this stuff. Maybe he can help. Wake is still in the dark place. How do I get him out?
We live and breathe rock and roll. From the silence of screams, from the fever of dreams. The clicker can amp up other works of art, not just Tom's writing. Anything created with passion. The dark power of the lake will make it creep into reality. But if the holder of the clicker believes in the art, they can make it all come true in the flick of a switch.
I can use the clicker without Wake. Only Wake's writing can change the horror story. But I can use the clicker to change something else. Like getting Wake out of the dark place. I will use the clicker to change reality, and bring Wake back at Cauldron Lake. I'll need the right work of art, but that won't be a problem. I've got it now. I just need to tell the others what to do and fix everything. For good. So we need Wake to fix the story, right? That hasn't changed. So here's what I have. Wake's still trapped in the dark place, under the lake. I think we can use the clicker to get him out. But first, we need a work of art. Something other than his story. And that'll get him here.
I'm not filling out the paperwork for this one. I wouldn't know where to start. But I'm sold.
Okay. Look, this feels like something that once we get the ball rolling, there's no turning back. You sure you have it all figured out?
Not just yet. Give me a moment.
Okay, Anderson. You let me know when you're ready.
So the cult of the tree actually kills Taken. They were on our side, even if their methods are misguided and criminal.
It looked right from where we were standing. Nothing's what it seems in this case. Too many stories contradicting each other. Too many versions of the truth.
We have a lot of catching up to do after this thing is all over. Everything is different now. My family, me, the whole fucking world.
I'll buy the coffee, Anderson. Partners to the end. This case is one for the books.
I see what you did there.
Alright, and we are now on to the beefy part of this video, doing all of Saga's stuff. We will go back to Alan in a little bit for some extra stuff.
Sure.
But, yeah, we have this nursery rhyme here. This is the one... I was trying to do this commentary without making noise in my chair, but I just failed. 12 minutes in. Fucking shit, man. With an hour left of this whole video. So, yeah, you know, the exploration in this game, I'm just going to be honest with you guys right now, I was not a fan of it, at all. I really felt the TDM of all this shit. I would say this is about 8 hours worth of footage. I think I already said that, but yeah, it was about 8 hours worth of footage that I had to just skim through all of it and just try to include everything. And there's a lot in here. There's nursery rhymes, cult stashes, lunch boxes. I said lunch boxes. And manuscript pages and whatnot. There's some really cool stuff too. You know, weapons and whatnot that we're gonna get. I pretty much get every single trophy that I can get up until this point in the game. There are some things on the case board that are unfortunately missing that I couldn't figure out. I believe they were like chapter restricted case points and whatnot that you couldn't get unless you were like doing it in the chapter, and I got a trophy there, Stop the Monster. I don't know what that trophy is even for. I think it's to stop their like attack, like mid-attack with you know, light basically. So I decided to speed this up because we're going to a manuscript page now, and I don't always show you guys where on the map I am in this video. This is not a guide. I'm just gonna say that up front right now. You know, this video like jumps around and cuts around from a lot of different areas constantly because I couldn't really stay in one area. I just had to switch it up and, you know, make this as interesting as possible. But yeah, here's our first manuscript page in a minute.
When the government seized the land around Cauldron Lake and set up their laboratory there, Ilmo Koskela knew they knew something. Together with his brother, they felt obliged to take a look inside. The Federal Bureau of Control Security was a joke. The Koskelas walked in delivering coffee. Back in Watery, they pored over the stack of files they grabbed. The FBC was researching something in the lake, something they called the Shadow. Everyone who went into the lake came back a monster. Hartman had gone into the lake. He'd come back bad. The FBC had captured him, interrogated him. Based on his ravings, Barbara Jagger had gone into the lake as far back as the 60s. She'd come back bad. The writer, Alan Wake, had gone into the lake. He'd faced Jagger, pushed some mystic light switch into a hole in her chest, flicked the switch and gotten rid of her. If Wake ever came back, he was bound to be bad as well.
I will say one thing I am really worried about, the closer and closer I get done to finishing this video, is that in the past when I've tried to export 4K 60 FPS footage before, if it was over an hour long, my computer would just fucking shit the bed before it finished exporting, and I would have to do it all over again. And I'm really hoping that doesn't fucking happen with this video. If it does, I'm gonna have to figure some shit out. I did record live commentary for all of this, this 8 hours worth of footage, but I didn't know how much time I was gonna have when the day came for me to work on this video, and I'm pretty much out of time. I gotta get my videos for the week done, so I'm just trying to get this video done as quickly as I can, and efficiently as I can. And I think I did the best job I could have done with the time that I had and my skills as an editor and whatnot. So we got another rhyme in here.
More of those rhymes.
Yep, that's what I said, Saga. Sorry, scratching my head. So I think I do a little bit more exploring here in this cabin. Yeah, it's like this earlier video stuff that I don't really remember as much because I did this about 2 hours ago. I've basically just been going non-stop at editing this video for the past few hours, since like 8 p.m. and it's now midnight. So 4 hours. Shit, it doesn't even feel like it. Man, you said you were going to stop talking about all that boring behind the scenes shit. No one cares. So here I'm just filling out the case board. I don't always show this in this video, me filling out the case board, because it's kind of tedious and redundant, especially when you're doing this stuff. It's crazy to me that this game, I'm just now wrapping it up, and I'm gonna have all of these videos done by tomorrow. And as soon as that last finale video is like, I'm done with it, as soon as I'm done with it, fucking the New Game Plus mode for this game is launching. It's just like, I just get done wrapping up Mario Wonder, and I'm just getting done wrapping up this game, and the New Game Plus mode fucking is coming out, and I'm just like, shit, but I have to play it, So what I've actually been thinking about doing, since I have a little bit of time to talk to you guys about this before I have to stop talking, I like mark points in my video where I don't want to talk, because I don't like to interrupt the NPCs and the character dialogue and whatnot. As you guys know, I'm very OCD about this shit. But I've been planning on going back and doing a playthrough for the OG Alan Wake, like the remastered version on the PS5, which I don't think will be nearly as long as this game or as lengthy and in-depth as this game. And I'm pretty excited for that, to be honest.
A charm. Perfect for my bracelet.
Yeah, and, after I beat that game and finish it, I will come back and do another playthrough for this game, because the final draft mode is supposed to have, like, new scenes in it, and, things are going to play out differently. There's going to be a new ending, more like manuscript pages and videos and stuff for you to find. And you can also fully upgrade your shit, because I didn't get to fully upgrade my shit. But the thing is, you're not going to be able to fully upgrade everything in one single run. By the way, a minute ago when I was looting that cabin, and this actual video that I'm working on, that was a area that you can get some ammo if you're struggling on ammo and whatnot. It's up here when you're making your way up towards the Valhalla Nursing Center. So here we got another manuscript page.
Every night was bingo night at the Valhalla nursing home. Each time Rose drew a ball from the cage and called out its number, some of the residents shouted bingo, no matter what was on their cards. Some of them sat mute, their cards full, never calling out. Some of them would try to steal the ball from her. Some of them would chastise the others for acting out. It was like herding a clouder of cats. Rose didn't mind. She liked cats. She knew she was where she was supposed to be, with her little Vikings, waiting for the hero to come. Tonight, the residents were restless, more so than usual. Ati was wearing Blum's coveralls again. Tor stood by the phone. Too late. Rose saw the hammer in his hand. The garden lights started to flicker, the darkness and rain pressing against the windows. The time drew nigh.
Alright, and just outside the cabin here, I believe we got a cult stash coming up, or a lunchbox, either or. And this one you gotta just... I believe I show you guys the clues on how to get this one. I mean, you can already see what it is. It's gonna be those arrows and stuff.
Another one of those cult boxes. Another cult stash.
But yeah, you basically just you follow these arrows with the light, and they show you symbols and whatnot, and you follow the arrows, and you'll figure out what the combination is eventually. Again, just like me saying earlier that I'm not going to be able to show you guys all the time where I am on the map, I'm also not going to be able to show you guys 100% of the time how I solve these. Again, if you want to solve these yourself, I'd recommend just going online and looking up a guide, because that's what I did with a lot of this endgame stuff. Because at this point, I just wanted to experience the end of the story. Like, I was just kind of impatient, and I wasn't really in the mood for it, that much. I mean, it was fun at first, and I feel like I did get a little bit better at this game in the end with all this exploration, because as you're running around, you're going to be in combat, like, constantly. There's a lot of combat encounters that I would have loved to have shown, like my commentary for and stuff. Maybe I'd go back if you guys requested it, which I don't really think many of you will. I would be down to go back and look at all my live commentary and find all the funny moments and shit, but I only did this like this because I wanted it to be a little bit more professional than my live videos. The next video afterwards, the next two are going to be, live commentary again. So now we're going to be finally getting the rifle, and I figured I would just let this play out for you guys. And there's a little entertaining display of how powerful the rifle is. The rifle is like my favorite fucking weapon in this game, honestly, and it sucks because you don't even get it until late in the game. Now we're in Watery, by the way. See what I mean when I say we kind of jump from area to area here. I don't really have any particular order. This is, the chronological order of what I did everything in, and I decided to speed this up a little bit because it took a little bit of time. But there's a cult stash back here, and you are going to have some combat that you're going to have to deal with. You're going to have to deal with, those double guys that are, double.
Another cult box.
These fucking guys kind of creep me out. I mean, I think the creepiest enemy in the game, the ones that stress me out the most, are the wolves, to be honest. But, yeah, these things are also a close second. The way they creep up on you sometimes, and there's actually 2 of them here too. One of them I think got caught in a glitch, and I was looking for it for a while, but we're focusing on this one right now. And yeah, I mean, these things are pretty intense to fight. I gotta say, like, they're definitely bullet sponges. I'm definitely looking forward to looking excited is what I was about to say. In the final draft mode, going back the New Game Plus and trying out that new difficulty mode, because apparently it's supposed to be a lot harder. And while I feel like this game had its moments and was definitely tough at times, it wasn't like fucking Last of Us level tough or anything like that. I would definitely like a little bit more of a challenge, and with the upgraded gear and stuff, because I am a fucking completionist, I feel like this shit would just be a lot more entertaining on Nightmare difficulty. But yeah, I don't know if this enemy was hiding back there or not, or what, but get off me, bitch. At least you guys are seeing some like new animations and whatnot. The way I kill this thing is pretty sick too. I think I'll also get a trophy killing this thing, because there were a lot of like combat trophies as Saga that I hadn't gotten yet at this point in the playthrough, and he just keeps getting me with those fucking waves of attacks. Now he's playing this game. So we're gonna take this out. This is the first time I've ever used one of these, a rocket flare, and we're gonna fucking just blow this bitch up completely. But yeah, man, she's really giving me a hard time, as y'all can tell. Once you take care of this fucking thing, yeah, and we got a trophy for that, we can do the cult stash. And again, I think I just looked up the code here. I didn't have the patience at this point. I wanted to stop recording, you know. My last recording sesh for this video was like a 3.5 hour long video. And yeah, there's just so much content here. So now we're in the trailer park, and there's this gate here that we couldn't get into before. I believe, if I did my job, showed this earlier in like one of the previous parts. So now that we have the bolt cutters, we can get in here. And I think there's nursery rhymes here. We're gonna do the two nursery rhymes here in the Lighthouse Trailer Park. The one at the dock that we saw before that I never solved, and this one that we're about to find inside this house. And these are pretty exciting, you know, lots of combat stuff. So I figured I would just give my voice a little bit of a break here and let this play out for you guys. But I'm still gonna talk until we find it. But yeah, I mean, all of the nursery rhymes in Watery are really fucking intense for some reason.
Oh, another rhyme.
And yeah, I mean, once you're done searching the area, I think we do find some. I find some ammo in here somewhere in this drawer in the kitchen. These places are really trashy, man. Jeez. They need to clean up after themselves. Of course, I'm one to fucking talk if you guys would see my place right now. It's not that dirty, but still, you know, certain areas are dirtier than they should be. So, yeah, I mean, you can open this door from the other side now. I don't recommend it because of what's about to happen. So, enjoy some combat.
Yeah.
Waiting!
A charm. Perfect for my bracelet. Okay. What the hell?
World
Lots of charms lying around here.
And I figured I'd show those because those were some pretty entertaining, nail-biting encounters, if I do say so myself. So here we're going back to this area again where we found this echo because I completely missed the fucking shotgun. Yes, that's right. There was a point way early on in the playthrough where I could have gotten the shotgun as Alan, but I never did because I just didn't think to look or whatever. There were a lot of things that I missed, and I was like, I thought I was very thorough, but I guess not. So yeah, this is the shotgun, and I do find an echo after this as well in the entrance of the Ocean View Hotel that I'm also going to show.
I've had enough of that freaking gumshoe dick asking too many freaking questions. Not letting us proper police take care of it.
This is our chance to make the powers that be happy. We'll be set for life. Part of the inner circle.
Well, amen to that, partner. I like it. And so the fraternity, the club, the word. Our dear friends with many names. The way I see it, it was a lone nut job. A junkie out of his mind on some fancy new designer drug.
Open and shut case. All we gotta do now is dump the evidence from room 108 in the usual place in the alley.
And with that, we're back to Saga in Cauldron Lake here, too, near the murder site. Yes, we're going all the way back to the beginning, y'all, for this. Now we're looking for cult stashes, and we're going to find one here.
Another locked box.
That I completely missed, of course, you know. And the clue is here in the, this trailer, basically, or this cabin. You got to look at these symbols, and I don't. You'll see the order when I put the combination, and this is one of the ones where I kind of hinted at how to solve it. The note on top of the box also tells you how to solve it pretty well. It gives you a pretty good clue of what you need to do. So yeah, I mean, I kind of like that about this video, that I'm not sticking in one area. I'm going from area to area to area. I think it does make this a little bit more entertaining. And here we're finally exploring the final unexplored part of Cauldron Lake, which is up here. We couldn't get up here before because we need bolt cutters, as you guys can see, and we're gonna find a lot of stuff up here, actually. So yeah, man, I mean, God, I'm feeling the burn, you guys. I'm feeling the fucking burn. I'm really hoping my computer will be able to render this. We'll see. We'll see. You know, I can't worry about it right now. I gotta try to keep my commentary going, you know, and so far I feel like I'm going pretty good, you know, here. I mean, we've got another hour or so for me to talk through, or maybe less than that. I don't know how long. I can't math right now, so there's a nursery rhyme coming up. It's not in this building. It's the next one over, the one that's butt up against the one that we're in right now. So you have to go into the backyard and walk underneath the log to get there. And you basically come inside here, and it's here in this building.
Another one of those rhymes.
And this one is gonna spawn one of those big giant fucking guys, like those dangerous ones that are you just don't want to mess with. So yeah, just put these dolls in the place that I put them in, and you should get this.
Ugh.
And here we go. So I had to do a cut here because I fucking died. This is the first time I actually used the propane tank in the entire game, and I started using them a few times more, I think. There's the cut. I basically exhausted all of my bullets on this guy completely and had to die because he wouldn't stop pestering me. But you know, I didn't know how much damage those actually did, and to the credit of the propeller tanks and whatnot, not propeller tanks, propane tanks, they actually do quite a bit of damage. So once you kill that guy, the charm is going to be inside that building that he came out of. So I don't know why I went back here. I don't know what I was thinking at that point, but the charm is right here.
A charm for my bracelet.
And now we're going to go back down underneath this log, and I think we're going to get a lunchbox now, if I remember correctly. And it's going to, we can get there from the backyard. We just got to go past these lawn chairs here. One of the things I love about Alan Wake, like the world, is it's like, it's a place that I can actually see myself staying in, you know? Like, it's just peaceful, but spooky, you know, and ominous and shit.
Another one of those lunch boxes.
The world of this game, like, there's something about it, like, it just, the allure to it, you know? Like, I can see myself going here in, like, the fall or something, you know? I don't know, I like the environments in this game, you know, a lot. So we're gonna upgrade our first skill in the video for Saga.
Saga had lost count of how many shots she'd fired, but she was sure it must have been more than she had in her magazine. And yet, she'd not run out of ammo. As if the magazine had grown to fit more bullets. She fired again.
And now I believe we're going to get another cult stash in here. Or, no, manuscript page, actually, first. Sitting here on this nightstand or whatever.
Animals stayed away from the water's edge as if to avoid some unseen submerged predator waiting just below the dark surface. They never drank the water from the lake. Birds flew around it, never over. Darkness flowed from Cauldron Lake. Gaze in the black mirror of the lake, you'd see it all around you, and you'd understand it was already out, already where you were. It was already too late. Cauldron Lake used to be alive with people. Beautiful forests, hiking trails leading to stunning vistas. Then the government put up a fence, kept the people out. Volcanic gas, they said. They didn't want anyone knowing the truth. The lake wasn't a lake at all. The dark water a mask to hide the hungry, bottomless ocean below. A fence couldn't stop the flood that was coming. Nothing could. The return of the nightmare rising from the depths.
Fuck, I'm almost out of my water, which means I'm gonna have to fucking, next chance I get, run to the fucking refrigerator and get another one.
There's another cult stash.
So this one here, we gotta actually get a key, and to get the key, we have to go all the way back to where we fought that big guy. We're gonna go back to that same area, and it's gonna be in this area, basically. It's gonna be tucked away next to a tree. And, you know, the clue is on the paperwork and stuff. If you're smart enough and have the patience like I clearly don't, you can figure this shit out. I just, at this point, wanted to get to the end of the story. I was, you know, very busy with work. I'm still very busy with work, and yeah, my time management wasn't the best. But yeah, there's that, and I actually believe we're in the last recording sesh right now, or we're almost in the last recording sesh right now. But we got another nursery rhyme here. I think there's also a manuscript page here too, that I'm about to show you guys, but there it is. There's my chair. I gotta lean back though, because my back fucking hurts. First we're gonna get the nursery rhyme done. And I've been trying to not talk over Saga, but she literally says the same fucking thing over and over, like, there's a nursery rhyme over there, you know? Like, it doesn't really, it's not gonna bug anyone on the fucking 10th time, you know? So I'm just way too OCD. So yeah, if you start that generator back there and you run inside, you'll find a manuscript page on the floor. Which we probably could have grabbed this before, honestly. Okay. I'm gonna get a fucking water right now while I have the chance.
Children in Bright Falls all grew up hearing stories about the cult of the tree. Feral maniacs living in the woods. Satanists chanting, "We watch in the night," as they perform blood sacrifices in the forests. Or things not quite human lurking in the dark. There were many versions of the story, but they all shared one important element: danger in the dark, in the woods. Somewhere among all the urban legends lay a secret truth. The real identity of the cultists prowling in the woods. Real faces hid behind the masks. Real hands held the knives. Real people fulfilling a grim purpose. The forest was not safe. People were right to keep their children away from the trees.
Alright, and here's the nursery rhyme puzzle. There's 3 of them this time that we have to use.
Think, Saga. Okay.
So we're gonna go back down underneath this log here, and the charm is gonna be up this way. Basically, you follow like the black, like dark present taken footprints, basically, and they'll usually lead you to where the charm is. But this birdhouse is gonna fall. And it's going to be right there. And I think I had these wolves coming out and fucking pestering me. The thing I hate the most about the wolves is that, like, they're the, honestly,
Never have too many charms.
they're like, they get on my nerves. Like, they can sometimes scare me when I'm running away from them. But, like, they're also some of the most irritating enemies to fight in the game because they're so fucking hard to hit, you know? Same with, like, the axe guys. I hate fucking fighting the wolves.
Another Alex Casey lunchbox?
I don't enjoy fighting the wolves at all. Even watching myself fighting the wolves, I'm just like, bro, what are you doing? But then it's like the gameplay is kind of clunky in this game, you know, the way it's designed and everything is, it has that more like realistic third-person shooter feel, and as a result, it feels a little clunkier than most third-person shooters. But yeah, we're hunting lunchboxes now, as you guys can tell, and whoo, oh my god, I'm feeling the burn, I'm feeling the crash right now. This is not good. So here we get another upgrade, and a trophy too.
To Saga, with a heightened survival instinct kicking in, it seemed like she had just squeezed down the trigger of her pistol once, as the Taken was coming closer and closer, but the gun kept firing again and again faster than possible, like she was rapidly pulling the trigger.
Alright, so here at the Witchfinder station,
And another lunchbox.
yeah, another lunchbox. I don't know why I left you guys in suspense there for so long, for like literally no reason. And here we are done with the lunchboxes in Cauldron Lake, so we're starting to clear stuff out. Before you know it, we're going to clear this shit out really fast. So we're back in Watery again. This is where we first picked up the bow, and I showed, I extended this clip a little bit so you guys can have a little bit of an idea of where I was. I figured that would be a pretty good indication of figuring out where you need to go, where you first get the bow, basically at the little like targeting range here. And I even show you on the map there where I am, but yeah, you're gonna like run up this hill, and I think we're still doing lunch boxes right now. I think I clear all the lunch boxes. No, I don't clear them all yet. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm so glad that I don't have to add any like text or anything for this shit, like I did with the quarry. You know, that shit was fucking intense. Man, good times. The shit I've put myself through for you guys sometimes. Oh, that poor deer there. Looks like he won't be making it to Deer Fest. Ha! I'm just kidding. That was awful.
There's another lunchbox.
Saga gripped the pump-action shotgun, aiming down the barrel. It fit in her hands perfectly. It felt steady. She had it under control. She swung around, ready.
And now we're going to the entrance of Coffee World because there's a stash here that, or no, a lunchbox here that I missed.
Another one of those lunchboxes.
Tucked behind this, like, little entryway. That's a pretty sneaky one, honestly. There are some that are, like, pretty hidden, you know? And, you know, honestly, again, I'll state it again. You know, if I had the time that I used to have, I would have probably found all this shit myself. But I kind of ran out of patience at this point in the playthrough, as you guys can tell. I still love this game, and I think it's one of my favorite games of the year, to be honest with you. But, you know, at this point, I had so many other like videos and content going on. I just was like, I had to get to the chase, basically, and cut this down as much as I could. But yeah, I believe that's all of the lunchboxes in Watery. Now we just got Bright Falls to clear those out. So now we're going to go for the stashes, I believe. Yeah, we also got another upgrade that we're about to do for, I believe, the rifle, right? Yep, we're doing the rifle. Rifle it is.
Saga fired the rifle, hit the Taken again, pulled back the bolt to reload. She fired again. Another hit. Faster. Again. Yet faster. Again. A strange, lethal feedback loop forming. Speeding up.
Alright. Now we're going back to Coffee World here near the well, and there's a cult stash that I missed that we could have gotten a long time ago. Again, me stating that I originally thought I'd, you know, pretty much combed this place, and then realizing that I hadn't. There's a lot more to these areas and environments. There's a lot more secrets in this game than I think most people would think, you know, and I think that's one of the reasons why I love it. You know, it has that like Resident Evil vibe, you know. RE4, the RE4 remake, I didn't play this year, and I kind of regret it because I've heard that game is fucking amazing, and I would love to play it and try it out on like the hardest difficulty, you know. This game just gives me like massive Resident Evil vibes, and I haven't played Resident Evil in like such a long fucking time, you know. It's been a minute. The last one I played was Resident Evil 7 Village, you know, or not Village. No, not even Village. I never played Village. It was Biohazard. That's the last one I played. I didn't play the DLC. That was the last Resident Evil thing that I played. I never played the RE2 remake. I never played the RE3 remake, which I heard was, you know, very kind of mid. And then I never played the RE4 remake. But, you know, I might need to change that, honestly, at some point, you know. But I don't have a single... Actually, I have a Biohazard playthrough up on my channel, and that's the only Resident Evil game I've ever done a playthrough for, which is kind of weird. Yeah. Now what? Oh, now we're doing stashes, I believe, again. Right? Yeah.
Another one of those cult boxes.
This is up by the lighthouse. It's kind of to the left, you know, like you're heading up towards the lighthouse, and there's that turn, and then as soon as you get to that turn, you basically just turn around and keep walking up the cliff, and you'll find the spot up here with this cult stash. This is another one that I looked up myself. We're back in Watery here.
Another cult stash?
With this cult stash. Again, I just looked up the code. I didn't want to figure this out by myself. So we're almost there at the end of this shit. I feel like most of you are going to find this shit boring, and if you do, I apologize. Like I said, I probably could have made this shit more entertaining, but I just was kind of lazy in the end, was like, you know what, I need to get this shit done. So we're back near the theme park here. I don't know where we are on the map, to be honest with you, but there's another rhyme here that we can do.
Another rhyme.
and some arrows. But yeah, I looked this one up also.
Sure. Oh, damn.
Yeah, these guys were irritating the shit out of me, man. I swear. Like, I don't fucking know what was going on here. And I just fucking smacked the shit out of that wolf. Did I get healed? I do, just in time. That's the thumbnail right there. I don't know, like, how... Sometimes, like, the thumbnails that I pick for these videos are just, like, pure luck. I pause the video and I'm like, damn, that's gonna be the thumbnail, you know? And I just get lucky, you know, I have an eye for that shit. I don't know. And I feel like I got a pretty good thumbnail for this one. So the remaining clues for the nursery rhymes are here in this cabin. And this is back in Watery, behind the building where Ati is like performing his show and everything. Like at the beginning of like the Local Girl chapter. You come back here with the screwdriver and yeah, there's clues for you to look at and stuff. And I think we got a rhyme here as well at the end of this little cabin in the end room.
More of those rhymes.
And yeah, with this one, we're doing these dolls. I don't know what exactly happens here.
That's it.
Something happened. What happened, you guys? Guys?
Jesus.
This shit is so creepy. It's like, it's unnecessarily creepy, you know? Like, man. But, got some more evidence there. I'm running out of things to say, and I've got 20 minutes still to talk for. Let me drink some water. Chair, take over. Oh, really? You didn't make any fucking noises? Wow. What's coming up? I can't scroll through in the timeline. This shit is annoying. Oh, we're gonna get this charm here. Amazon dropped it off for us.
Look at that. Another charm.
And then what's this? Oh, yeah, we got a trophy here as well. Inside this building. Guess who it is?
Oh! Hello, Mayor Setter. Nice to meet you.
That was Mayor Setter the whole fucking time. The dog. So we're back in Bright Falls here. Where, you know, the first time we get into Bright Falls, we were walking around this area. There's this park that we could venture into, and in this park is another lunchbox that we're gonna find.
More of those kids' lunchboxes.
With the skill that I'm gonna upgrade.
Saga strained to pull the string of the crossbow back as far as she could. To her surprise, the latch adjusted to accommodate her. The next bolt would stop a monster.
Right, and we're back in the creepy-ass woods now. And, we're gonna find another lunchbox and get another skill here.
And another lunchbox.
I thought we were. Now we're at a different spot on the map here.
There's another lunchbox.
At least I showed you guys where I was there. See, I'm getting confused with my own editing now. Gosh. But we're almost there. So we're putting all these clues together. And we got 2 more in Bright Falls. Like 2 more in the game. And we're going to go through a few upgrades here. A few weapon upgrades. So I'm just going to let these play out, to be honest with you. because they're like their own little unique things as well, next to the listening to the manuscript pages and whatnot. And I just love listening to Alan's voice. I don't know what my deal is.
The Taken rushed toward her, but Saga remained where she was, unmoving. She willed the pellets to stay on course, to hit the target. The Taken was closer. She waited. Closer. Still she waited, until the very last moment. Saga had hit the Taken with a crossbow. She switched to her gun and kept firing at it. The bullets hit home, following a strange trajectory, as if the bolt had carved a track in the air for them, a magnetic pull for them to follow.
That's probably one of my favorite skills, to be honest. I mean, think about it. You shoot a bolt at an enemy, and afterwards,
one of those lunch boxes.
When you shoot them with your gun, the bolt from the arrow attracts the bullets. Like, that is fucking sick. I wish there were more unique skills like that in the game, but unfortunately, there's not. So here we got a manuscript page. We're at the Valhalla nursing home, and it's just right here on the bridge, just sitting here for us to listen to.
When Cynthia Weaver was downstairs at breakfast, Rose snuck into her room. With all the lamps in the room, it took her a while to find the one with an angel. Luckily, the dream Alan had sent her had been very clear. Rose was certain that Cynthia would not miss one lamp. She had so many. Tonight, Rose would put the lamp in a shoebox and let it sink into the garden pond. That's what Alan wanted. That's how she could help him. The thought made her whole body buzz with joy. Cynthia knew the lamp was missing the very moment she came back to her room. She was overcome by grief. It had been Tom's lamp, one of the few things that reminded her of him. It had not worked in a long time, with the cord severed and the light switch gone. But there are other kinds of lights than the ones we can see. The invisible light of the angel lamp had held Cynthia together all these years. With tears welling in her eyes, she didn't see the shadows shifting in the corners of her room.
Now we're gonna get another lunchbox, I believe, by coming back down here to where these enemies are. And we cut this gate open earlier, so just take care of the enemies and, yeah.
Another Alex Casey lunchbox? Rose did all this for me. She completely believes that I am the hero in Wake's story. She should be a bit more critical of a person who tries to control people's lives.
So unfortunately, there's that one clue there that I was never able to fucking figure out. I'm going to search really hard for it when I do my second playthrough for this game, because I believe I can find it. I don't believe they would have programmed that shit on the caseboard if there wasn't some point in the game where you could find that clue. So, yeah, here we got another cult stash. And this one we have to use the key to get inside.
Another locked box.
And this one, we have to put the code in. And I, like, completely messed this up the first time. I don't know why. It's super easy. These are, like, the easiest ones. Yeah, so we're clearing out the cult stashes now, as you can tell. And then it'll be the nursery rhymes. And then there's a couple more things to show off after that I'm looking forward to. So, down here by this cabin, there's like a cabin behind us where a save point is, like a break area. It's near the lodge, you know, when you first, you know, venture into the woods. Down here is like this truck with another cult stash. And this is another code that I just decided to look up, basically, for myself. And we got propane tank, shotgun shells. Now we're going to come in... Or, no, we're not going to go inside the cabin. We're going to run alongside the cabin. There's Bright Falls there in the background, the town. yeah, Bright Falls is like the most confusing area in my opinion. And we got a stash key there, which means there's a stash around here somewhere. And I believe this is potentially, I think this is one of our last stashes. It might be our like third to last stash, I think. There's actually 2 more in Bright Falls that I can remember.
There's another cult stash.
And then after that, it'll be on to the nursery rhymes and whatnot. And yeah, that photo there basically tells you where the key is.
Another one of those cult boxes.
And, yeah, this is another one of those easy ones. And yeah, we are, after this, on to our final cult stash, where we are going to get something pretty cool. And I can't wait for that. Damn, I'm really hoping I'm not going to have to do much cutting in this video, or any cutting. We'll see. I'm sure I could cut a decent amount of shit out of this. But if I can keep it at this length, then I'm cool with that. So, the final cult stash is here, in this area.
Another cult stash?
And this is another one where I looked up exactly what the thing was. And when we open this one, the last one, we're going to get a trophy. And we are going to get a special item as well that you guys are about to see. And then, you know, it took me fucking forever to get this, by the way. I was going like click by click by click, and it was like literally the last fucking symbol when I got this thing. But yeah, we're about to see what the item is.
A key? That's new.
It's a key. And what is the key for, you guys may ask? It is for the lighthouse in Watery. So now we're doing the rhymes.
Oh, another rhyme.
This one's back up here in the, you know, the woods and shit. This is actually the last one that we have to do here in Bright Falls, which is great, because we only have one more after this. And that's where I'm going to be ending this video off, is like the final nursery rhyme. And I was getting a little confused here, as you guys can tell, because I literally just watched the video, but I didn't fucking know.
Witchfinder's Station. I've been there before. Worth checking out. What if I take the weird doll to the place it's not supposed to go? What's the worst that can happen?
And now I'm going to show you guys what the lighthouse is and what you can find there. So I'm just going to let this play out. There's also a really fucking weird glitch in this game where it's really awkward to grab shit sometimes. Case in point right there. Final doll.
This has got to be an Ilmo idea.
Ilmo Koskela jolted awake from a nightmare. He was drenched in sweat. In the dream, he'd been covered in blood, gleefully murdering people, his friends. When his twin brother had tried to talk sense into him, he had murdered Yako as well. Ilmo slammed his fist into his temple so hard it hurt. The dream made him feel sick. The dark force of the lake was growing stronger. It was trying to make Ilmo and Yako something they were not. Trying to turn them into Ilmari and Yakopi Huatari from the early days of Watery. But they were the Koskela brothers. Their mother had not raised them to become murderers. They had backbone. They had honor. They had finished Zissou. Something bad was coming. The hidden device they had hooked to the FBC station had been intercepting alarms like crazy the past few days. Ilmo would make sure his cult was ready for war. Out in the night, the story seeking to give birth to an overlap in Watery drifted on, looking for another pair of men more prone to corruption. They're too old to fight monsters. The torchbearers are done. We need something new. Ilmo took a long drag from the joint and handed it to his brother. They'd been drinking and smoking all night. That thing from the lake was not a man, and the government's trying to hide it. Ilmo gestured at the files they had stolen from the research station. The strange seal with an upside-down pyramid. The Federal Bureau of Control. We need to keep the feds away. Deal with this our way. We need an army of our own. Yako smiled. He loved to watch his brother come up with his ideas. Ilmo's gaze swam. He was seeing double. The pyramid on the folder was a spruce tree. A tree, he thought. A fucking tree. It was a sign. We'll make the woods scary again. So fucking scary, no one will set foot in them at night. That's how we'll keep people safe. We'll be a legend. We are the cult of the tree, and we watch in the night. We're gonna need scary masks. Energized, Yako chugged a bottle of Ama beer in one go.
Okay, this is the final rhyme. Now that I've let you guys listen to that poem, I am going to show you where to put each doll, or where, you need to put stuff. So you need to put a doll there, and then we're going to come here to this drawing, and we're going to put the hero doll here in the room. And if you listen to the actual the poem itself, as it literally repeats constantly. If you listen to it, it gives you all the clues you need to solve this. But at this point, like I said, I just wanted to solve this shit. So now we're gonna come upstairs, and there are two more dolls that we're gonna put down. We're gonna put down a doll here in the bathroom, and yeah, I'm gonna let you guys listen to this dialogue, and then I'll come back for my outro. So when you're ready, come to here in a little playpen, and we're gonna put down the child doll.
What the?
Hello, are you receiving me?
Who is this? How do you know I'm here?
I've been wondering your incessant tampering with my project. You have made some advantageous progress, however.
What project?
What project? So you've just been playing around with my tester engines with absolutely no understanding of their function. The hubris.
Indeed.
But your interference with my research has come to its conclusion. And I'm interested to see the results. The trick, I believe, is in the manifestation of the nursery rhyme. Art becoming reality, the doorway being revealed, and perhaps even someone entering it.
Get to the point.
Middleton and rude, I see. The point is that by your unwanted actions, you may have opened the way. And now I'll let you observe what exactly occurs when a subject crosses the threshold. No, wait, that's not right. What is that? Do you see that?
What? Hello? Hey, are you there? Sounds like this person got more than they bargained for. Ugh, this stuff again. There's something else in there, too. This will be handy. They're actually kind of cute the longer you look at them. There's a lesson here. Probably something about hubris. Man in lab coat messes around and finds out. Called it.
Alright, here we go. Jesus. Great outro so far, man. So, that's the rest of the exploration that I could figure out. And I think I did a pretty good job because I ended up platinuming this game in the end. So, the next 2 parts, hopefully, if I can fit them into 2 parts, are going to be the end of the story, and I'm really excited for that. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys then.